So what I'm speaking about is when we really, the eye of spirit, our true nature, really opens. And what it sees is it sees itself. That's what it sees. In all the various manifestations it has shown up, whether it's a human being or a thought in your head or a flower or a chair or a carpet, that the eye of spirit sees itself primarily. Of course the eye of spirit sees differences. It sees that this body is different from that body and a chair is different from a flower. But it sees that secondarily. It sees that secondarily, that everything is actually spirit. And then the diversity is, spirit is a very diverse thing. It can manifest itself in anything. So this is when we really see this, when you really grok it, not intellectually, but you really grok it with your heart and your gut and your being, and it kind of, like, when you grok something, it kind of takes your breath away, because your whole body has understood, not just your head, your whole being has got it, and you realize there's nothing wrong. And nothing, because the mind itself uses everything as proof that there is something wrong, right? You wake up and you're sleepy, and your mind, all enlightened people wouldn't wake up sleepy. See, there's something wrong, right? It's like a prosecuting attorney, and it's gathering evidence, right? If you have an egg here or there's something wrong. You see, it's proof that you're just a slobby ego. I knew it was true because I had this feeling, or I thought this thought, or I did something, or I didn't do anything. And either way, it's proof that there's... I actually am sort of a rotten slob after all. Everything is used as evidence, right? That there's an ego. I mean, I even have people come up, and I'm having I feel great. And I go, oh, wonderful. Yeah, I feel great. But there's an I that feels great. So that means I'm not enlightened. You see, everything becomes problematic. You see, so even if you feel good, if you have the thought, I feel good, then you go, oh, there's an I, and there's not really supposed to be an I, and oh God, there's more proof that I haven't quite made it. It's never ending, is it? It's just never ending. Like a good prosecutor, they'll use any information, right? And then, you spin it to its advantage. So this is the conditioned mind. It spins everything into inadequacy. Everything. Everything that ever happened, everything that's happening now, everything that'll happen tomorrow, everything becomes proof that something's wrong. You see? That something is not spirit right now. See? That's what oneness means, that there's only one. And when there's only one, well, then there's only one, isn't there? And if there's only one, well, this sounds simple, but there's certainly not two. Right? And if there's only one, it means that whatever's happening is the one. So if you have beautiful posture, there's the divine taking beautiful posture. If you have rotten posture, there's the divine having rotten posture. If you're healthy, there's the divine being very healthy. And if you're, sick with the flu in the bed or whatever, there's the divine having the flu. But it's all one thing. And when you really start to get this, you see how the mind has gathered evidence that some part of your experience is somehow proof that even though you might speak about the one and it's all one and oneness and da-da-da-da-da, that some things are proof that it's not all one. Usually you. At least not as you are. Right? Or maybe you had, a really rotten history, a really rotten, difficult past. And you go, well, the one wouldn't have a rotten, difficult past. Well, apparently it does, doesn't it? What's the proof? Here you are. Rotten, difficult past. The one had a rotten, you see what I mean? It's still the one. And so all these for some people, of course, these ideas are more conscious in the sense that they're actually consciously thinking these ridiculous thoughts to themselves and believing them. And then other people, they're very unconscious. They're like a stream that's operating and they don't even know it. Because, of course, if this stream wasn't operating, then not only would you be the one, you would know that you were the one. So you'd be totally self-realized. Whether it's operating consciously or unconsciously. You see? So in a sense, it was surprising to realize in retrospect that without even knowing it, without being aware of it in any way, that this sense of chasing oneness while denying oneself, it on the face of it, it's ludicrous, isn't it? It's like logic 101. It just doesn't make any sense that it's all one, but something's wrong with me. If I do something right, then I'll get to enter the group of oneness. This is the sense that is ego. That is what keeps the appearance of separate self moving and operating. That's what it is. Just try to get a good egoic moment going without any belief that there's a problem. Just try. There's no problem with you, if there's no problem with them, if there's no problem now, if there's no problem tomorrow. See, the egoic momentum that causes separation, it doesn't have any fuel anymore. You know, it's like a kitchen appliance with no electrical outlet. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying what you sometimes hear spiritual teachers or whatever say that, everything is perfect. I don't know what everything is perfect means. Everything is the one. I get that. Everything is the one. There is only God, however you want to put it. Everything is that. Perfection adds sort of an extra layer. It's an interpretive layer. And the way it is perfect. No, it's not. It's just the way it is. Do you see? It's not perfect and it's not imperfect. That's duality. That's the mind seeking refuge in a safe place. But this isn't about this isn't about a safe place. This is about the truth.